I guess we can move on to one of the other things I wanted to discuss, uh, which is what happened to Roseanne Barr.
Oh man, yeah. It's funny. I just got done talking about that with my parents.
I mean, here's the thing, because again, I'm not going to necessarily defend what she tweeted. For things like that, I default to the Patrice O'Neill philosophy, whereas I will always defend the right of someone to try to be funny.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't care what they, I won't defend what they said, but I will defend their right to try and be funny. And so,
Yeah.
the tweet that Roseanne put out, like she was just, she was trying to be funny. Did it miss the mark? Maybe, but it's her right to try and be funny.
Yeah. I will say this. Well, I did watch the I didn't watch the new one, but like I watched, I used to watch the old, Roseanne show,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never been a big fan of hers. Just saying, I'm not a huge fan of hers. But and what she said was, like I said, in poor taste. It was, like I said, a joke maybe that went bad, and maybe probably shouldn't have been said. And but the fact is that she actually like apologized for it, and it seemed like a pretty genuine apology. I didn't see it as something that was just so deplorable. But the fact that like she wasn't allowed to, like that was like, okay, yeah, it's all right. You apologize for it. It's all good. Whereas you get like other people like, on the other side, you get like Kathy Griffin, who has like the severed head of Donald Trump, and she kind of shed some crocodile tears and said that she, oh, I'm so sorry, but but it was like kind of one of these like fake apologies.
Right. Where like the crying but no tears.
Yeah, and it's it's, but yeah, no repercussions really. I mean, I don't think it really hurt.
Well, I mean,
Hurt
she
her
was dropped
career
by
any.
CNN, and then supposedly like some venues dropped her because like she was supposedly uh, booked at certain venues, and then after that happened, certain venues dropped her from performing there. But
Yeah,
but I would like to go from there,
but
because
the
the
reaction is so much different from to that,
right,
both
and
of
I mean
those.
let's talk about proportionate like response. Was like again, as you were saying, was this tweet in bad taste? Was it wrong of her to go after this person's looks? Maybe, you know and but was the tweet offensive enough to the point where a network scraps an entire TV show?
That seems a little bit much.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just talking about proportionality. Because I mean, with the Kathy Griffin thing, that you in effigy, you are holding the head of the severed head of a sitting U.S. president.
Yeah.
That is just jackassery of the highest order. You know,
Yeah.
and so her being dropped by CNN, and her losing all of her venues, that's to be expected. Because you again in effigy held the severed head of a sitting U.S. president. But Roseanne just attacked one, went after one person, you know, whether fairly or unfairly, going after their looks, and then apologized for it, and yet, there's, they shut down an entire network TV show. Not and it's not just hurting her, but it's hurting everyone on that show from the co-stars to all the way down to
All the camera guys,
the
all
camera
the
guy, the sound
writers.
guys, the makeup, the props. It's you're basically killed off an ecosystem.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then also kind of Owen Benjamin style, her agency dropped her as a client.
Wow, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, that was the latest. That was a recent development. But her agent has even dropped her. So where's the proportionality? She said she was sorry, and from what I can tell, like the apology seemed genuine, and yet they still canned her show, right?
Yep.
And I mean, and like I don't know if you remember last month or earlier this month, like the correspondence dinner at the White House.
Oh, with all the Michelle Wolf.
Yeah, Michelle Wolf like ripped into like people, and whether or not she was making fun of Sarah Huckabee Sanders' looks. She was being.
We can quote unquote jokes that were really just not
Right.
funny.
I mean, she was being pretty mean spirited about. She's being pretty mean spirited about it. And guess what? I just heard. I heard that she is being given her own show.
God. Oh God. I don't know how anyone can stand that voice of hers. Oh.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm surprised I endured like as long as I did watching that clip. I was like, it was kind of like
it's like
listening to nails being run over a chalkboard and just like.
Exactly.
And I was just like gritting my teeth the whole time, just going. I was like, oh God, when is it over?
Yeah, it was. Oh God. But it's like, he's a liar and he lies. It's like, yeah, that's not a joke. That's not even a punchline. Just like,
Right. Yeah, and she went after Kellyanne Conway. I don't know if she said that she was a slut or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But
yeah,
again, her the quote unquote jokes were very mean spirited.
But you look at like someone like, as much as I disagree with pretty much anything that comes out of his mouth, Stephen Colbert has done that show before, and it's like but at least he's funny. Yeah, it's
Debatable.
It's just I think he understands the timing and stuff a little bit better. But it's just you look at even with the Daily Show when Jon Stewart was doing it. I don't agree with Jon Stewart on pretty much anything, but at least he's funny.
True. That's true.
The new guy, Trevor Noah, I don't find him funny at all. I find it's just he's not funny.
Yeah. No, agreed. And yeah, I mean, yeah, because here's the thing. Because I bet if I was still left left inclined, I probably think it was funny. If I was still who I was, but more left inclined, and I heard that Trump, Putin cockholster joke, I laugh. It's because that's funny. But then immediately, I'd have to flog myself for laughing because all of a sudden it's like, oh no, that's a homophobic slur. I was like, what?
Let me burn myself with a couple of cigarettes to.
I know, right? It's like, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
But yeah, but I'm coming back to proportionality. It's like, I mean, who knows? Is what? They're only like 6 episodes in.
Something like that. Yeah, it
So
wasn't
are
very
they like? I
long.
mean, are they gonna let it run to however many episodes that they did film, or are they like immediately gonna pull it? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because they after like was the first 4 or 5 episodes, season 2 re-upped, and then now it's just like, well, never mind, everything's done. Crazy.